Okay, reviewing some measures and time signatures through musictheory.net. So on your screen here, you have a staff with a treble clef. If I wanted to divide my staff into measures, I would need to add bar lines. So here, the staff has been split into two measures. We're going to talk about time signatures. Time signatures help you determine how many notes can go in each measure and what type of note gets your beat. The first measure here in 4/4 time tells us that we have 4 quarter notes in each measure. That's the most common time signature we see. It's also known sometimes as common time, and sometimes instead of the 4/4, you'll just see a little C for common time. 3/4 is another common time. It's not called common time, but it's another time that we see often. Just looking at the 4/4 time one, the top number here tells us that we have 4 beats in each measure. So you can see we have 4 notes in this measure. The bottom note tells us that our beat is the quarter note. In like elementary school, it's written a little bit of a different way. You would have your top note 4, or your top number 4, and then oftentimes you'll just see a quarter note on the bottom. This means the same thing as 4/4. Sometimes my brain sees it as 4/1/4. Oops, you can't see that. 1/4 is a quarter, so quarter note. Don't want to jump ahead, but if I had, let's say, 4/2, I would think of it like a fraction, 4/1/2, aka 4/, I filled it in on accident, 4/1/2 note. But let's not get ahead. This one is simple. You have 4 beats in each measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. So I have 4 quarter notes in this 4/4 measure. Looking at the 3/4 measure, for the top note that I have 3 beats in each measure, and the bottom number tells me that my beat is a quarter note. So I have 3 quarter notes in each measure. Okay, so these are examples, like I tried to show you a second ago, of having different numbers on the bottom. So 6/8 time, the top number tells us we have 6 of something. So top number tells us we have 6 of something. We don't know what it is yet. It's just something. And the bottom number, 8, tells you that those are eighth notes. So you could think about it as 6, well, not a fraction, 6/8, and think about it like that. Or you can think about it like this. So that means I have 6 eighth notes in each measure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretend those are beautiful notes. Okay, going on with our beautiful musictheory.net. So like I just said, 6 eighth notes. 3/2, you know that you have 3 beats in each measure because your top number is 3. So we have 3 of something, but we don't know what it is yet. And the bottom number tells us half notes. So you could think about it as 3/2 or 3/2 notes. But what it really looks like in the music, is that a half note or is it backwards? Yeah, it's just ugly. It will look like this. So this tells us that it's a half note. Okay, so I have 3 half notes in that measure. Half note gets my beat. That was just a quick review. Here are examples of the ones that we just talked about here. You can think of different time signatures. Like if you want to challenge yourself, you could think of 3/8, 9/8, 4/2. I don't know, get really complicated. 4/1, what would that be? That one's difficult. If you want to challenge yourself and see if you can kind of figure these out. But yeah, there's a quick review on time signatures.